Okay, here's my second attempt at using explain everything to tell a story, which is the assignment I'm really giving you. So the simplest thing you can do is just do some timing about when you're going to bring in certain ideas. So there you have it, and you can see the details of the assignment here. Basically, I'm asking you to create a historical narrative about the time period we just studied, roughly 1400 to the 1700s. There are lots of stories to tell. I just want you to choose one. If you think about it, your task is to tell us a little something about how we got from here, this strange, unknown continent of the 1400s, to these established English colonies. And more important than how we got there, why should we care? What is the narrative we should know? So one thing to know about Explain Everything is it's always recording. So the sound you're hearing right now, you hear that? It's my dog fighting with me. Be careful what you're doing while you're making yours, if you're using Explain Everything. Since this is an assessment for what we've done the last few weeks, do inform what you do by what we've studied and read and discussed. What's important in constructing a narrative, and the reason that all your narratives won't be the same, is because you have to make choices about which narrative voices you're listening to, which narrators you're going to employ. You'll want to ask yourself, am I listening to the Europeans here? What about indigenous voices? What do I know as data that will inform my narration? Are there primary sources like journals that I should incorporate? Okay, format is probably the least important to me and the most important to you because you're looking to choose something that will allow you to show your stuff. I would be happy with a written narrative here. You can sit down and scratch out a great paper here, and that may be the skill you want to work on, or it may be the skill you want to show me that you really have. If so, let's make sure that I can read that thing in 10 minutes. Because your classmates who do presentations are going to have even less time. So plan that out so that it's something I can read first time through in 10 minutes. You can, of course, create a good old two-dimensional poster, hopefully something I can read through in 10 minutes as well. I mean, look at this guy. I'm guessing he landed a fulfilling office job from that poster. There are all sorts of cool apps that I don't really understand that you could use, including Explain Everything, which you're viewing right now, iMovie, of course, and Keynote. And I did a version of this on Keynote as well. I've re-uploaded it so you can take a look at that. Word of caution, if you use Keynote or PowerPoint, these are self-supporting narratives. You're not going to put it up on a screen, you're not going to talk to me about it. You're going to hand it to me and I'm going to watch it play through. If you use a digital form for this, you've got 4 to 6 minutes to get your narrative across. So I think I've picked equitable times there. If not, you can complain. Now this might not be the most creative thing to do with a program like this, to just type and talk, but I figured you wanted to know your details. You're going to be assessed on your choice, you'll see my typing, choice of source, a clear narrative that I can tell what it is you're arguing or saying is important about this time period. We'll definitely go for an aesthetic here. So that is, if you choose to write, do you have a strong voice? Is it clearly phrased? Is the prose strong and well constructed? If it's digital, is it visually beautiful? Is it clean? And we'll also assess you on a works cited MLA format, which must be included. So you got to come up with a way to include this in the presentation. I'm not chasing down other pieces of paper. Now, you can give me separately your written support. This is where you explain, I mentioned this, I believe, in an earlier slide, what choices you made about the narration, who you did or didn't include. Here comes my dog again, that's what you're hearing. She's licking me. Stop that. Don't lick the screen either. The written support can be separate, and I would guess it's going to be a page, but you certainly can go further if you want. This is due October 15th. We are going to have a little bit of class time where I'll try to troubleshoot any technology with you, but you'll do a lot of this outside. We'll be working on some other things in U.S. history that'll not involve reading homework, so you'll have time to do this. But I'd get going on it anyway.